This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartradio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great merchandise, especially for the Christmas season, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, and a lot more. Makes great Christmas gifts 24/7. And also for more great gift ideas for the holiday season, check out the Mian Mosen Zia store on Amazon for great books like Missing, Want Some Wrinkles, also t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mian Mosen Zia. Make sure you order today for your loved ones during the holiday season. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM, as well as PayPal and themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We are here with the 2 members of a wonderful 70s super group known for Still the One, Dance With Me, and Love Takes Time. And they also had spanned 16 albums and several DVDs, and their music has been streamed millions of times a week. So that's how big it's been, and also been featured in TV, movies, commercial production. So if you heard the song Still the One, They're pretty much still the one right here, and they're going to be talking about a brand new album, which is a Christmas special and the first and only Christmas release, and we'll talk about that live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Nashville. We have the members of Orleans. We have John Hall, who's back with us and glad to be back, and also Lance Hoppen of Orleans. Guys, just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thanks for joining us. And John, good to have you back again.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for asking us.
And Lance, it's good to have you as well, too.
Yeah, I need to take a deep breath after everything you just said.
Well, it's just great to have you guys on board as well, too. And of course, you guys are known for Still the One, Dance With Me, Love Takes Time. And it's been, you've had your music, millions of streams a week practically. And John, you also had a solo career. You got elected to the U.S. House of Representatives representing New York. And Lance, you also helped co-found the group. You joined at 18, and you also had some solo music, and you guys come together with a Christmas special called New Stars Shining. And before getting to all that, tell us once again how you guys first got started. John, just a little recap on how you got started, and also Lance, you can also tell us how you got started. So John, give us a little quick recap.
Lance's older brother, Larry Hoppen, and our drummer, Wells Kelly, and I got together in Woodstock, New York. And about 9 months later, Lance joined on bass. And the four of us we made 3 records, and the fourth one we did with Jerry Murata playing drums also. And then I went my own way and did some solo work, and it was the first of several breakups and getting back together the band had. And but we kept recording. We actually did a record in Nashville that was attempt at a country rock crossover thing that had some really good music on it and got some airplay, but was never the same size hit as what we had in the beginning. Love Takes Time that was not when I was in the band. That was afterwards. And but we're working off and on through the decades. And this year we're working together and started up after the pandemic in this last June of 2021, and have been working since then. And this week we're actually going to be in Stewart and Jacksonville, Florida. So you can go to orleansonline.com or our Orleans Music Facebook page and find out more about that. And Lance, if that was too brief, you can fill in the blank.
That was the thumbnail sketch of what is almost 50 years now. Next year's our 50th anniversary. But I think the question was, how did we get started? So going back to that, I'll reiterate that the Orleans started as a trio. With John's dream to have a band in which could write and perform original music. Tried a couple of things. One thing he did was he stole Wells Kelly from the band he was in with my brother Larry, and that was the final nail in the coffin. Wells came down from Ithaca to Woodstock. John and Wells tried a couple of guys, didn't work, and they imported Larry then to form that trio. I went to see that band when I was 18. This was 1972 when I was in my senior year at high school. I went to see them 3 times. And what was amazing was they would all switch instruments at any given point and play. Everybody, they all played everything. So it was quite the sight to see. So when I got the opportunity to audition to be the fourth, I jumped at it. And I was at the tail end of my 18th year that I joined Orleans, and we were in the studio. In the spring, we showcased in New York City, landed our first record deal, and started recording in the summer of 73, and the rest is history.
That is rather interesting. And Lance, just go way back how you first got started, and who are some of your favorite singer, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Well, you're either a Beatles guy or a Stones guy, right? I was a Beatles guy. We were all kind of Beatles guys, and so Beatles, the Byrds, Beach Boys, all B's, right? Motown, big influence, really big. And I, we all, in my house, we all played and sang and were trained classically, as John was trained classically. So we have all those influences that come to bear as we became and continue to be Orleans.
That's rather interesting as well too. And of course, you guys had all the music that's streaming as well too. 16 albums, several DVDs, and it's just so amazing. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about the Christmas special, New Star Shining. You have the title track that was recorded in '94 for Woodstock Holidays that was released in Japan. So you had some that got the previously released, but then you also record some new material as well.
We did. We recorded a bunch of new material. New Star Shining was actually recorded first. My first wife and co-writer Johanna Hall, and I wrote that in 1986, and it was recorded by Ricky Skaggs and James Taylor as a duet, and Mark Wells and a few other people did it. But we didn't record our own version of it until '94 for a Woodstock Christmas record that was released in Japan, and we own the rest for the rest of the world, but never released it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We, there were a couple other things that had been on, previous records. Quiet Place, the second track was on one of my solo albums, and Lance and Brady and Lane and Fly all sang and played on it and beefed it up from a very acoustic thing. That had John Sebastian on it too, playing harmonica, and who I know from way back in the Village when, basically when he was in Love and Spoonful. And we recorded in isolation during the pandemic. A lot of it was recorded in our homes in different cities and in different states, and then the files were emailed in to our engineer who mixed them together. And Lance and Mike Malfisi, our live sound engineer who mixed this CD, is here in Nashville, and he and Lance pulled together the far-ranging pieces of it, and it's been mastered and mixed so that it sounds like it's of a piece. In my opinion, anyway, it sounds like it all fits together, which is amazing considering that some was done by Fly with other people he was working with in a studio up in Boston, and a couple of things were done here and there. And there were, Bill Payne played piano on a song called "I Wish I Could Have Been There," and recorded remotely from his home in Montana and just sent it in. And so we have a Little Feat member and all kinds of illustrious people besides the five of us.
Mm-hmm. That's so amazing. And Lance, you can also join as well too. That there's also some other songs like "Merry Christmas," "I Wish I Could Have Been There," and also a little bit as well too. And maybe tell us about some of the album from your perspective.
Right. So as John mentioned, we found ourselves out of work, as everybody did with the lockdowns. We first endeavored to figure out how to record ourselves audio and video and do what a lot of bands were doing, isolation videos. So we first did that, figured that out. And then another, and then we had four productions over a couple of months, 3 months. And with the thought was, well, we have four new things. Why don't we just continue and make an album for our 50th year? And the next thought was, well, why don't we make a Christmas album first, because that has more of a deadline. And so we undertook that in January. We started, and nobody knew it was going to be such a Herculean lift to do it all by remote and sending files back and getting the methodology down. And as John said, there's a few things that were just lifted from other previous lives as is, like New Star Shining. Mm-hmm. But there were things that had other starts that we kind of took them apart and then put them back together a different way, or added background vocals, or just expanded on them. And then there were several things that we started from scratch. So there's a variety of how the things were put together, and there's also a variety of styles within the context of this 12-song collection. So as usual, Orleans is eclectic, for better or worse. There's a church kind of traditional on it. I discovered Larry had done a version of Winter Wonderland
Oh, wow.
with people in Florida. And I had known about this, but I never had heard it, but I scoured YouTube and found it and pulled it down and contacted the guy who recorded it and said, can we use this for the album? And he said, absolutely. So he's posthumously represented, not only in New Star Shining, because we did it in the 90s, but on this pretty rocked out version of Winter Wonderland. So it's a collection of, it's a labor of love. We learned a lot doing it. I think it succeeds on its own merit. It's not your, let's rehash all the Christmas carols kind of album. It's not that at all. It's got a lot of depth, and I'm really pleased with it, actually.
Mm-hmm. And he also had as well too, tradition wise, Mary Had a Baby, and also I'm Coming Home for Christmas, and also Jingling in New England. I seem to be really intrigued by that one, and tell us more about that. You talk about Fly Mary a lot, and it looks like that's one of the one that stands out to me, Jingling in New England. I like that.
That's your pick. Well, Fly was in the band briefly, a couple of years in the early 80s when John had departed for a while for the first time. And he had some of these songs, like Jingling had a previous life, and we took those files and we redid the background vocals, expanded upon them, added to it. And Fly thinks that's a hit. We'll see about that. Mary Had a Baby. My mother played piano and sang fantastically. She played for a church in her later years, and one Christmas, this is mid 80s, the 4 siblings, my older sister, my 2 brothers, and I were rehearsing for that service and captured it on one of those little cassette recorders with the built-in microphones placed on our piano. And so we had these funky recordings from that time, and both my younger brother Lane, who plays piano in our band for the past 20 years, he and I thought that would be a good call. So we just took a brief snippet of that, of the 4 of us singing, and merged that into a new version of that arrangement. So we recreated that family thing and stuck the family on the front side. So that's how that came about. Mary's Christmas came from Wayne Nelson and Little River Band. I'm Coming Home for Christmas came from Joe Puerta in Ambrosia. So we collected these things from far and wide to make this piece, and I'm glad we did. Actually, I am glad.
If I could, Mike, I just wanted to say that the Mary Had a Baby it's a choir arrangement, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and we have never done that. Orleans has never sung that kind of piece of music before, and I really enjoyed the bass part. I always wanted to sing like Little Richard, but I have a low voice, so I leave that to somebody else. But I get to sing the bass part, and I think reading music, singing parts with other people is a great joy to me, and it was always kind of like one of the ways that I felt the supernatural. I felt a higher power as a kid, not so much from the preaching and the kneeling and all that, but from music. And so it's an interesting connection, and it breaks up the rest of the songs nicely.
It does sound like it as well too. We'll talk more about the album New Star Shining, and also a little about Lance as well too. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson Z has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. 4 Goes Missing by Mia Molson Z, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com on over 30 podcast platforms. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today for great gift ideas for the holiday season. Go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM, PayPal, and themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today as well. We're here with John Hall and Lance Hoppen of Orleans here on the Mike Wagner Show, talking about New Star Shining. It's the new album, first and only Christmas album, and happens to coincide in the 50-year anniversary of Orleans. And before we get back to talking about the album, Lance, you also had a couple of solo releases as well, too, like Start Where You Are, Conjuring, and more, too. And, tell us about some of your solo work as well.
Yeah, well, I don't really consider myself a writer, like a writer, but I write. I've written small quantity, high quality, I think. And so Conjuring represents a collection of 15 songs that I had my stamp all over. And in 2016, I found myself with time, money, and material. And I said, well, this is the time to create this legacy piece. And it was not, meant to be a bestseller. It was meant to document these songs that had gone largely unrecorded. So that's my little stake in the ground of production and writing and singing and playing. And this is how I would do it, So often in the context of Orleans, it's a team, right? So everyone's efforts come to this middle, and it's hard sometimes to tell who's really done what, which is fine. But this was my chance to say, this is who I am. So that's all about that. It's not, it's not I don't know what to say about it. It's my own piece, so that those things just wouldn't disappear once I do.
Mm-hmm. I think that pretty much sums up, right, John? You got to say that 50 years.
Oh, I'm doing that too. Building a legacy.
Mm-hmm. And certainly a great legacy you've had as well, too. Having 16 albums, you had some major hits, and your music is still streamed by millions, per week or so, which is just amazing. And of course, just a few more as well, too, on the New Star Shining release. Which, by the way, we're going to play a title track at the end of the audio interview. So for those watching the Mike Wagner Show, if you want to listen to New Star Shining, go to the audio version of the Mike Wagner Show. Before we wrap up, you can listen to New Star Shining. And getting back to the album as well, too, that I'm just trying to think what we have also talked about. Snowed In With You, I Wish. And you also had some others as well, too, like Ballad of the Christmas Day Cowboy, maybe just a couple more songs to talk about as well.
Well, I just wanted to mention Snowed In With You, which Johanna and I wrote back a couple of decades ago, and that song has never been recorded. We always thought that it had great potential for a seasonal hit, and we cut it from scratch during this lockdown, and I think it's a pretty good piece of work. It's also features the legendary Dan Dugmore on steel guitar, who, if you're not sure you know who he is, think about the steel guitar solo on Linda Ronstadt's version of Blue Bayou. That's Dan. And many other, I could go list things, but Casey Musgrave's Golden Hour record, he played steel all through that. And so everything from country to pop and in between. Andrea Zahn, who plays with James Taylor, and before that Vince Gill, played fiddle, actually did a string section, orchestrated with Lance, arranged a string quartet, which is on Mary Had a Baby, and also she plays fiddle on Snowed In With You. And we have a couple couple of guests like that, Billy Payne from Little Feat, John Jorgensen, who's an amazing player of any stringed instrument, played mandolin on I Wish I Could Have Been There. And Fly has, I think, 3 songs on this record that he cut by himself, and we added some of them we added vocals to, or, everything's been remastered, even the old tracks, and in some cases remixed. So that's what I wanted to say about it.
Okay.
I wish I could fly. I wish I could fly. It's kind of a 40s style ballad that Fly had, and that one made the cut just as is. And the zany one is Ballad of the Christmas Cowboy, which is also Fly's. He had a whole record called Country Cracked Christmas.
Country Cracked Christmas. I love that title.
Whole album of like loony Christmas songs. So the ballad made the cut on that score, and it tops off the end of the album. You kind of have to hear it to understand. You gotta be there. You have to be there.
Oh my gosh, I'm certainly looking forward to it. And where can we find New Stars Shining and around Christmas time? Where can we find the release?
You can find it on Amazon. Yeah, you can get it at Amazon. It's listed by itself. You can get it from our website, orleansonline.com. You can get it from Sunset Boulevard Records. I think that's the name of their .com.
Any streaming platform. It's basically what the label is saying is any place you get your music, you can find our New Star Shining CD and or download or stream, what have you. Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, Apple, Tidal, etc.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. We'll certainly check that out. And what's coming up for Orleans and more, we'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with John Hall and Lance Hoppen of Orleans and their Christmas special after this timeout. We're back with John Hall and Lance Hoppen of Orleans here on The Mike Wagner Show. We talked about their 50th anniversary album as well, too. Their first and only Christmas release, which is called New Star Shining, available on all streaming platforms. And also, what's coming up for you guys in 2022 and beyond? And what can we expect from you sometime going to next year? What?
Oh, you're muted, Lance. Well, I'll tell you part of it, which is.
He's on back. By the way, Lance, you're back on.
Back. Okay, go for it, Lance. No, he's not back.
So we continue to work. We've over the past 49 years, we've been a live band, except when we didn't have any fun and then stopped doing it. But that maybe accounts for 5 or 6 or 7 years total of all that time. Other than that, we've been working, and of course, we stopped for the pandemic, but kicked back up in June, and we're still out this week. We're playing in Florida. Got a few more dates before this year, but really it kicks back in a big way come spring. We're booked, it's pretty stacked already for next year, which is actually the 50th year of the band as it exists. John and I leading the charge, the 2 surviving of the original 4. The other members, my brother Lane has been with us since 2000, so you've got 21 years in. Our drummer Brady joined us in 2018. We've had seven full-time drummers in our history. So
wow,
it's a long stretch, 49 years. And Fly, who we've mentioned a lot, had to come off the road in August, temporarily probably, or we're not really sure. But so we have a brand new guy, named is Tom Lane, filling those shoes, and he's with us into next year, and we'll see what happens with that. But we continue to work, which is amazing. I mean, we would have not predicted this at all. I mean, the coffin shut so many times. It was like, wow.
Since it's just Halloween.
Yeah, like so. After a while, you stop thinking it's the end. It's just the continuing saga of Orleans.
That is so interesting. And lastly, here, what's a Christmas message you guys want to send to listeners, viewers, and your fans?
Well, I would say, as the prophets and the various deities and holy people of every different religion pretty much say, and as the Beatles sang, love is all you need. And that's basically it. And the record's, it's got fun things that it's got a little topical commentary here and there, but it's basically, I think, a loving record. That's kind of how we intended it. And so, it's not all religious, but it's reverent. I would say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Reverent in its secularness. And peace on earth, goodwill toward men and women still applies, and that's the nature of the season. And hopefully, will permeate this otherwise kind of unhealthy culture that we live here in America and in the world. That needs some TLC. And the other thing that's about Christmas for me, it's about family and kids. And I'm looking forward to visiting my daughter and my 3 grandchildren over that time period, because that's where the action is, not at my house. It's at their house.
Oh, I think we're all looking forward to it. You guys are amazing. Once again, John Hall and lancehoppen of Orleans with their Christmas release, New Stars Shining. That's out on Amazon and other platforms. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You can absolutely amazing. Looking forward to again soon. John, it's great to have you back. You guys are welcome anytime. Once again, tell us what's upcoming for you guys. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase all your music? Check out your works, and especially New Star Shining.
Well, orleansonline.com is the website. And on Facebook, we have Orleans Music is the way to find the page. And it's, we try to keep that at Lance tries to keep it up to date in terms of live performances. And, we're always revising. It's undergoing a revision now, and will be a newly shiny and refurbished website any minute. But it still has the history of the band and a lot of photographs and videos, and all the recordings are documented there. So, and as I said, you can find New Star Shining on any platform where you get your music, whether you're buying a physical copy or whether you're downloading or streaming. We've got the videos Lance talked about that we've made in the last year are available. They're on YouTube. You can search for Orleans and any title of any song. One that Lance and I wrote, that's Mission of Mercy is called, and it's I think it's a really good song, and it shows Lance's songwriting ability and mine, and also it's another recording and video that were done in isolation. So we're working away, and we started playing as Orleans back when we were saying don't trust anybody over 30. And now you can add 30 together twice, and we're still older than that. So anyway, it's good we're still doing it.
Mm-hmm. And Lance, any last words here?
Specifically the YouTube channel is Orleans Online. If you want to just look at the channel, there's a wealth of information there. But no, Mike, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. And I don't know how you talk so fast, but I aspire to that.
Oh, that's amazing as well, too. And thank you very much as well, too. Once again, guys, a very big thank you for your time. You guys are terrific. Looking forward to having you again. And just wanted to say, if we want to hear from you, I'd like to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and look forward to chatting with you guys in 2022. You guys have been terrific, and keep up the great work.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. You too. Have a great holiday.
They didn't own a house, no crib, no toys were waiting. Still, they had their love for the child they were anticipating. He was born one winter night on a road between two towns. so warm and tight. Said it looks like heaven's come down. There was a new star shining in the sky up above. By its light that winter night, they found peace and perfect love. If we want to find it, I know we always will. 'Cause that new star is shining for us still. He worried how to feed him on the trade, that was all he knew. It was hard enough to make ends meet when they were only two. But the cold and dark and hunger couldn't take away their joy, and she knew that they would find a way for their precious baby boy. There was a new star shining in the sky up above. By his light that winter night, they found peace and perfect love. And if we want to find it, I know we always will. 'Cause that new star is shining for us still. And if we want to find it, I know we always will. 'Cause that new star is shining for us still.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because. Those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.